With a small statistics to let you know how effective we are moving towards adoption of this portal and creating awareness. If you look at this graph, there's a small little downslide, right? It's predominantly because between December and April, that's the time when students are busy preparing for their exams, final semesters and everything. So you find very less people enrolling. But the spike can be observed from June, July, August, September. And now we are, this data is within the first week of October and we are already nearing 10,000. So you can see how big it's going to be by end of this month. And next one is the contract registration as well. You see the spike again, starting from June. So you can relate it, right? The contract creation is going to be less during this time because of the examination. So you see a steady spike going towards it. So we hope and we are confident that this portal is going to be one of the most wanted portals in terms of establishments wanting talent people, students wanting establishments to take them for talent, and it's going to be an overall collaboration between students, establishments and institutions too. So this is an encouraging spike. So we hope that going forward, the spike continues to be higher trend, thus enabling students to find their dream jobs, establishments being able to onboard talented people with less investments, and institutions being able to produce talent. So we are all inching towards in two core principles of this country, right? We are talking about Make in India and Skill India. So NATS portal is going to be one of the enablers for these two initiatives of this government. Thanks a lot. Thanks for this opportunity, and we look forward to see you next time in the same sort of conference with much more bigger data that we can present and take the pride of saying that we are doing it and we have done it. Thanks a lot.
This presentation is originally made by me, and some more cosmetic touches were given by International Labour Organization, Board SR, and also other regional board directors, and also by Dr. Paliva. And now this is a very profound presentation. I want you to listen very attentively to this presentation. Here we are going to talk about current scenario, what is the objective of this pilot program, and what is the solution we have found out in this pilot, and what are all the facilitating bodies, and what are all the challenges we have faced so far, what is the scale of this pilot, and the standardized curriculum given by International Labour Organization, and the implementation framework and procedures, and what is a win-win situation both for the apprentices and also for the SMEs, and what we could do way forward. Our Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister, is very focused on the Skill India, and also the vision document of Niti Aayog is clearly coming out with the issue that there is a disconnect between the industry and the institution. The current scenario is that in 5th of January this year, a regional conference was organized at Chennai, and I attended that conference. As a participant. One session was on the topic Skill Sets for 2020. I understood that there is a need to offer a suggestion, and AIEMA gave that suggestion to BOAT, vote. The objective is to enhance the skill level of the apprentice and their employability globally. And we have to pull some SMEs for improving the effectiveness of NATS. The advantage, cluster advantage. The solution is to blend the apprenticeship training scheme with a standardized curriculum adhering to international standards ISO 9001-2008. ILO has given the curriculum, and we are programming to have a performance tracking system, evaluation and certification with skills mentioned on it. And international standards specifies what to do. This curriculum says how to do it. The facilitators are International Labour Organization, Ambattur Industrial Estate Manufacturers Association, and BOATs and BOPT. The role of AIEMA, that's where I'm coming from, is to coordinate all the activities of this pilot, to identify all the key players. The key players are mentors, apprentices and SMEs. And to facilitate and bring awareness about tax to the SMEs of AIEMA. ILO is lending the standardized curriculum to NATS. BOAT is organizing special campaign for creating awareness on NATS and portal to SMEs at AIEMA. Organize centralized selection in the region. Organize exclusive camps for the bulk notification of AIEMA's SMEs. Provide facility to use national quota. The centralized selection organized by BOAT-SR at Dhanalakshmi Srinivasan Polytechnic College, Perambalur, and another Muthayammal Engineering College at Rasipuram were very effective. We attended both and created an awareness and interest among candidates. With that, we are able to organize centralized selection program at AIEMA, where all these interested candidates came and got hired. Challenges of the pilot is awareness on NATS, identification of students, identification of mentors, and our SMEs prefer diploma holders. And diploma holders were recruited during February and March itself during campus interview. Another challenge is the minimum stipend of 4,984 for engineering graduate. Subsistence stipend is called subsistence allowance. With this stipend, the question is, how can an engineering graduate from rural district migrating to Chennai and maintain himself or herself, catering to the basic needs? On seeing the minimum stipend, some CEOs wanted to offer a higher stipend of rupees 8,000 only, which candidates are unwilling to accept. They prefer to be unemployed rather than joining the factory at rupees 8,000. We lost at least 50 candidates because of this issue alone. Trying to say is the stipend could be fixed at a higher level and reimbursement could be 25%. It could be lower. That's what I wanted to suggest to this August audience. The scale of the pilot is 10 member units of AIEMA, 50 apprentices and 100 mentoring hours. Broad implementation program is standardized curriculum given by ILO, and we have to pool the mentors and also select the apprentices, and we have to train the mentors. The curriculum outline is it is into 4 segments. Segment 1, team building and internal communication. Segment 2, quality assurance culture. Segment 3, cleaner production. Segment 4, continual improvement. In segment 1, team building and internal communication, we have 3 or 4 topics, and these topics will be taken as one mentoring day. Each topic will be taken for one mentoring day. This is mostly for workplace cooperation. In segment 2, we have quality assurance culture, where quality is emphasized, and here again we have got 3 or 4 topics, and each topic will be done in one mentoring day. The cleaner production is the segment 3, and we are emphasizing on the autonomous maintenance and also leaner production, elimination of waste, all types of 7 wastes. Segment 4 is continual improvement. Here we are giving the program of how the apprentices can use their common sense to improve the work conditions. In Japan, they found that the operators have hands and also a brain. They use it for this quality circle. That is being emphasized here. We have built up some framework for implementation. All the key players have been identified. We have 10 SMEs. Mentors have been selected. We also installed the biometric system in all the 10 units, and also a performance tracking system in which the day's report is entered in the SME, and it can be tracked by the MOHRD in Delhi and ILO in Delhi, and also other regional directors, regional offices, they can see the performance. What we are entering now, real-time performance tracking. There will be a midterm review by ILO advisory board, and they will be able to give us feedback, lessons learned, and course correction will be done during the pilot. It's also envisaged to have a written test so that the theoretical portion of the curriculum can be tested. And in the certificate of proficiency given by the MOHRD, these skills will be mentioned and given. This will be an added advantage and incentive to the apprentices. So far, we have prepared the concept note and also launched the pilot. We also prepared the complete work plan. Our curriculum of 14 topics have been finalized. We identified all the three key players: AIEMA's SMEs, apprentices, and mentors. Here I want to say our own trainers have come voluntarily, and they are giving all secretarial help to see that this particular pilot is completed very fast. So a typical mentoring day is like this. We have earmarked 1 day in each month for the mentor to come to the industry, and he will do the mentoring. And it will be on the 14th, any one of the 14 selected topics. So the component on a typical mentoring day, the mentor will come and give the training, and after that they will select the project site, and also they will do the on-site implementation on the same day. They will also maintain the record on the same day, update online the record that has been maintained on the same day. A typical record is here. What is the topic? What is the key improvement? What is the before after photograph? What is the benefit? This is the record we are expecting the apprentices to make. This record will be will be entered in our computer, and this will be tracked real-time basis in all these interested parties. ILO, MOHRD, all the regional directors and also AIEMA. The evaluation is whether we also have an independent evaluator who will come once in 3 months and evaluate all these improvements made in the factory. The evaluation criteria is very simple. He is going to evaluate whether the apprentices team has grasped the topic content, is the on-site selection appropriate, whether the implementation is done effectively, whether the record is maintained properly, whether the apprentices team with record in their hand is able to explain in their own words. They need to explain in their own words. Initially, the mentor is explaining to the apprentices. Finally, the apprentices will be explaining in their own words about what improvements they have made in the factory. That is the skill they have developed. Every quarter there will be an interim assessment, 4 quarters, 4 assessment, and there will be a written test, and also this will be graded. Finally, the grade will be given and it will be mentioned in the certificate of proficiency given by MOHRD. This will be the certificate with the logo of ILO, AIEMA, NATS, and also mentioning about all the 14 topics, and finally the grades. This will be an added incentive for the apprentices to join this pilot. The win-win situation for the apprentices will be higher stipend of 10,000 rupees, which will reduce the dropouts, high quality curriculum adhering to ISO 9001-2008 standards, which is recognized globally, evaluation and skill certification. And the benefit to the apprentices will be increased percentage of absorption by employers, skill enhancement and increased employability. Incentive for the SMEs to join this pilot will be to create a strong, skilled and disciplined workforce and absorb and retain skilled apprentices, which is now proving to be a challenge to the SME. We launched this pilot in 16th June 2016 at our regular international exhibition ACME. Mr. Michael Elkin, Chief Technical Advisor, Score Global, he had come and inaugurated it. He has launched it. And all the dignitaries before that launch. And Swami Vivekananda said that, give me 100 youth so that I will make a strong India. Now, with the same courage we say, give me 50 youth, educated engineering youth, so that I will make a strong Ambattur industrial estate. Now I want to pledge my support to all the regional boards to scale up to pan-India level. The following steps should be taken by BOET. Use of National Web Portal effectively, prepare brochures for motivating the candidates, identification of industrial cluster all over India and industrial association, publicity to all technical institutions through media, press, social media, etc., and identification and training of mentors. Thank you.